Good day, beautiful people. I chose this picture because it represents how I'm feeling now. This picture is from a photo shoot themed The Little Mermaid. This is when The Little Mermaid came out, and Size Overrated magazine wanted to basically do a themed photo shoot. So this picture was chosen to one of the pictures that were chosen to be in the magazine. And this picture represents exactly what I feel right now. Of course, then I had locks, and I've cut my hair off if you've noticed in my videos or whatever. I woke up this morning and I felt so free. And this picture represents that. Like, I'm learning to love myself. I'm learning, like, the little things that I like, my dislikes, my strengths, my weaknesses. And it's been an interesting journey. My mother has been gone for a year and several, 1 year and several months now. And I've had the opportunity to mend things with her in reference to how her lifestyle and my parents' lifestyle has affected their children, meaning like the things that they've chosen to do. And since my mom passed, I've been in therapy, and therapy has helped me tremendously. I've been given assignments and facing things that I have been avoiding. So I was already doing shadow work and reaching out and loving and deepening within myself before. But adding that therapy put the right topping on the pizza. I'm telling you, adding that has changed my life. And I had a monumental moment last week. Maybe it was earlier this week. But I had the chance to speak to my father because I had went no contact, and I'm still no contact. But I had been avoiding talking to him about things from the past. So I didn't want him, I went no contact without him noticing. But he just kept calling, kept popping up. And he had been violating boundaries that I have set. And it's like he wasn't getting it. So I saw the series Queenie. I think it's on Hulu. Queenie triggered me. I'm talking about triggered the heck out of me. But it triggered me in a way to take action. So I had finally spoken with my dad. He, after I got myself together, I had went downstairs to put on some water to fix me some tea. And I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get this over with. I had already spoken to my mom before she passed. And I said, okay, now's the opportunity for me to speak with my dad. So I put on my big girl panties and I had spoken with him. And I was able to get so much off my chest. I'm talking about just let it out. I let everything out. I cried. I got a little bit emotional, but I gathered myself because he was also getting emotional and to the point where it was defensive. But I understand sometimes when your kids tell you things, you don't accept it right away. It's like you automatically go into defense mode because you know it's the truth and you have to face that it's the truth. So before I was going to allow us both to be, controlled by our emotions and passions are high and all that other stuff. So I had to gather myself, and which in turn, it forced him to match where I was. So I wanted to continue the conversation. I didn't want either one of us to hang up angry because no, we gonna face this today. So I explained to him many things and let out many things. And by the end of the conversation, it was basically like, okay, well, I'll call you when I'm ready. And like I said, like I told him, he doesn't have to be ready to have a relationship when I'm ready. But right now, I just need my time because he is part of the reason that I'm in therapy. Also, I did take accountability about the things that I've done, the things that the choices that I made over the years. So not only am I healing things from childhood, things from teenage years, the adult choices that I've made that weren't so good, and they were stemmed from the lack thereof. So I have gotten to the root of the problem. It was that one last thing that I needed to confront, and that was to speak to my father. Like I said, I've spoken with my mother before she passed, but that one last thing was my father in reference to getting to the root of things. Of course, we will forever, for the rest of our lives, be doing something to better ourselves, to learn. But for me, that one last thing was to speak with my father. And I have been on a high. It's like a high. It's like I've gotten down, like I've pulled up that root. And I've noticed that I'm just, oh my gosh, like I was smiling before because of change, because of healing. But now it's like, oh my gosh, I feel so free. I'm talking about taking myself on dates. Like I've done that before, but like in a healthy state right now, I'm doing that. Like I went to Sweet Frog, and like I went, first of all, the little girl in me wanted a Happy Meal. I went to get me a Happy Meal, and my next stop was Sweet Frog. So I ate that Happy Meal and I went to Sweet Frog, and I sat out and I was on the bench just enjoying the weather, just enjoying the scenery. And I am going to continue to improve, to deepen, to learn, to unlearn, and face those things that I have been afraid to face and hesitant to face. So I'm just living life. I'm loving it. I'm just moving through little obstacles and pushing through, and just staying consistent in what I need to do for me and what I need to bring back to my lineage, to the bloodline, because being the chosen one in the family, it is a task. So I just want you all to listen to this so that it can ignite something in you to go ahead, take that step, to go further, to do what you need to do for yourself, so you can bring back what needs to be brought back to your bloodline, and it will not be passed through another generation. So anyway, you all have a blessed day and continue to push and do what you need to do for yourself.